Well, Hampton Roads has a growth problem. As the rest of the nation recovered from the Great Recession, our region struggled to keep up. We eventually recovered lost jobs, but at a much slower pace from other cities like Richmond and Charlotte. And local leaders fear history could repeat itself if they don't approach this downturn differently.
Hampton Roads is beautiful and vast, complete with waterways and bridge tunnels, military and aerospace, history and pride, a complete package, but with a missing bow on top.
One of the things that we've always been criticized for in Hampton Roads is that lack of collaboration. 757 is a region that's one region, and we all need to come together.
Brian Stevens' job is to sell Hampton Roads. As Chamber of Commerce president, he's optimistic about the region's future, but he's not naive to the hurdles.
We're in a competition for talent. We are in a competition. Our competition is Charlotte. Our competition is Northern Virginia. Our competition is Chattanooga, right? And when you're in a competition, you've got to get aggressive.
Hampton Roads leaders like Stevens designed the 757 Recovery and Resilience Action Framework. It's essentially a playbook to come back stronger than ever before. It includes building regional unity, growing new jobs, and keeping talented workers here.
The question is not the vision of 757 recovery and innovation. There are great possibilities. It's whether we could get out of our own way at the end of the day to do it.
ODU economics professor Dr. Robert McNabb says the cities have tried before to come together, but unsuccessfully. He wonders if the painful memories from the last recession will affect change this time around. After the Great Recession, the United States and Virginia recovered all lost jobs in about 70 months, but it took Hampton Roads more than 100 months. And for every new job added in Hampton Roads last decade, the U.S. added 2. In terms of money, for every dollar of new output created in Hampton Roads, Virginia created nearly $3. The rest of the nation created more like 5. Clearly, Hampton Roads was left behind during last decade's expansion. Dr. McNabb points to our unique dependence on the federal government.
Defense spending accounts for approximately 4 out of every $10 in the Hampton Roads economy. Now you're saying, okay, we want to generate more growth. You don't control $4 out of 10. So you have to generate the growth elsewhere.
The Hampton Roads economic pie is divided into 3 big pieces: military, trade, and tourism. The pandemic took a big bite out of tourism, and growing a more profitable pie for the future requires adding more private sector jobs. The Chamber has the same goal, but getting there means selling the region as one 757.
When you look at really successful regions and those regions that really recovered rapidly from the recession and are doing well to this day, they all come together for the greater good of the region.
Hampton Roads Alliance played a key role in drafting that recovery plan, and now they want your help seeing it through. You can sign up to become a 757 champion on their website and keep a close eye on the region's progress. If you're interested, I just tweeted out a link that'll take you here. Just search @13DanKennedy on Twitter.
More than a year into the pandemic, the nation is still trying to make up all the jobs it lost when businesses and schools were forced to shut down. New numbers just in from the Labor Department show about 400,000 people filed new unemployment claims last week. It's the lowest it's been since mid-March 2020, a sign that the job market is getting stronger. The national unemployment rate today is about 6%. That's down from a pandemic high of almost 15% in April of 2020. The numbers are lower in Virginia. The unemployment rate is less than 5%. The highest it got in the pandemic was April 2020 at more than 10%. And in North Carolina, the numbers are higher than Virginia, but lower than the U.S. The current unemployment rate is 5%. The pandemic high was almost 13% last May.
Even as businesses reopen and unemployment numbers drop, a lot of industries are struggling to hire, especially restaurants. We recently visited Virginia Beach Town Center, home to a lot of popular places to eat. But from business to business, help wanted signs hang in the windows. The general manager of Taste says finding people to fill those openings has been a challenge. It's even affecting how they do business and ultimately their bottom line.
We would love to expand our hours. Our customers would love for us to expand our hours. And in order to be able to do so, I just need some help.
It's not a new issue. About a month ago, we went to Paylone's Baja Grill, a chain of 3 restaurants in Norfolk and Virginia Beach. The staff was so stretched thin that the owner had to close all the locations on Mondays and Tuesdays.
We'll get, several dozens of applications, every week. And then when we try to call and set up interviews, that no one shows up.
Paylone's has since reopened on Tuesdays at 2 of its 3 locations. Virginia is reinstating its weekly work search requirement, so anyone filing for unemployment has to provide proof that they're applying to at least 2 jobs a week in order to get those benefits. You may wonder, what about the people who worked in restaurants before the pandemic? Can't they just go back to those jobs? Well, it's not that simple. They had to find something new or remain unemployed. So some of them retrained in different fields as quickly as possible, everything from dental assistants to real estate. One woman told us she didn't want to put her son, who has asthma, at risk by working at a restaurant around so many people.
Handling dishes, handling food, handling glasses really concerned me.
A manager at the Virginia Beach staffing company Arvon says hiring managers should keep constant communication with candidates who are probably applying to a lot of openings. Keep them in mind. Keep them in the know as well. Ex-restaurant workers told us the pay incentives might draw them back to the industry too. Still to come on Left Behind, we look at how our local economy is recovering. Concerts back on the schedule at some of our area's biggest and smallest venues, how they're rebounding from a year of empty seats. And the tides are in. The big change planned at Harbor Park this weekend to bring cash back to downtown Norfolk. And summer festivals are back. The changes you'll see at one of Hampton Roads' biggest yearly events. And as we go to break, some national numbers to keep an eye on. The stock market doing all right today. Only the NASDAQ ended in the red. And mortgage rates remain steady for 15-year, 30-year, and the 5-year fixed interest rates.